Okay. All right. So, all right, everyone, welcome to the card deck party. Woo! And we are celebrating tonight. We're celebrating a process of creation and completion and really just beautiful people that had an idea and a dream and a desire to help people. And this is the way they chose to do it. So someone asked before we started of like, what exactly kind of card decks are there? Are you doing readings? And I'm sure everyone remembers playing around their kitchen table. And when you say card decks, people know or people think, oh, I'm gonna, it's a game or cards that I play, or I've had some kind of a reading and someone lit a candle and told me some things. But I want to share with you all so that you understand like the process of what everyone went through in creating this, what we thought about when we were creating cards. And there are scientific reasons that someone would want to create a card to help their clients and help other people. One is that we call it spaced repetition. And that's because it builds lasting memory. Because you remember using flashcards as a kid, most people, right? Raise your hand, flashcards. So that's why, because it's one thing at a time and you remember it in your head. The next thing is just like you can recall things quicker because it's just one small thing. So it deepens your understanding. And then micro completion, because people, they feel, okay, they have momentum, they get motivated because they have a small win when they're able to pull, just see one thing on a card. So there's a lot that goes into taking a big body of work and bringing it down into a way that people can understand it and really be clear about it. So our first person that's going to present today is, she doesn't know who she is, Miss Rachel. And her deck is Sacred Creatives Art Oracle. And you have something very special, Rachel, because you took the voices of many people to help you complete this deck. So I'd love for you to tell us, why did you create this deck? Oh, so let me just say this. I'm sorry. Everyone's going to have 5 minutes. So if it feels like I'm rushing people, I'm just moving it along so everyone gets a chance and we can fill, our time together and be done, in our 50 minutes. Okay. So if you want to get in touch with anyone and ask them specific questions, everybody, will, after they present, put their contact information in the chat. So if you want to ask someone a question or get their card deck, you can feel free to do so. So Rachel, so tell us why you created this deck.
First I want to say it's Rochelle. I know it's so
Oh my
confusing.
gosh, I know, and you think I would know by now, and I'm sorry.
It's okay, really. I don't take it personally at all.
Okay.
I originally created a deck because I was interested in decks. I love them. And I took a course with you in 2020 to start doing that. And I had so much art that I wanted to put out there that I thought it was important to represent my art the best way I could. And in the midst of working on this deck and getting all the images together, I ended up getting cancer. A year ago this month, I was so sick, I thought I might not make it. And so I decided if there was one thing that I wanted to do, it was to get these cards out because I just couldn't imagine me passing away and all of this beautiful pieces of me stuck in a computer and nobody knowing how to get to them. So today's a really, really big day. And I like to say I'm cancer free, so that's exciting. And I'm just looking forward. And the thing that I'm looking at is focusing really on this deck and sharing it with people. What happened is I thought I was going to have to write um, little wisdom bits on each of the works, and I just decided I couldn't do it, not with the energy that I had. So I reached out to a few people, and then I reached out to a few more people, and then more people were coming out of the woodwork, and I went from doing 33 card deck to a 52 card deck. And so it's me and 51 creatives who have come together to collaborate. It's all my artwork and it's all their voices along the way.
So beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, Rachel. And I'm just so happy that that you did this. Amazing. Who is the deck for?
The deck is for the creatives, the sacred creatives. And I have actually something I wanted to read real quick that just kind of puts all of that in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And this is something that you would get if you got my card deck. And it says, "We are the sacred creatives. We are the artists, the singers, dancers, and dreamers. We are the players, the foodies, the poets, and drummers. We are the pathfinders, day makers, plant lovers, and stargazers. We are the wild ones, the shy ones, the deep living, soul searching, bright hearted ones." That's who it's for.
That's beautiful. It's for everyone here. I love
Yeah.
beautiful. So what problem does the deck solve for people? Like if someone was to have this deck, what's it gonna do?
I love this question because my intuition said it doesn't solve problems.
Hmm.
What it does is it helps us tend to a deep longing that we have. And so it tends to you. And that longing often is wanting a place to belong, wanting to be able to communicate with ourselves more clearly, and sometimes to communicate with that thing that is beyond us. And our intuition takes us there, and the cards can be a sort of mirror to help us do that.
It's beautiful. And you probably already answered this already, but what was this driving force to bring your deck to life? I don't think you did answer it, but you could tell
Yeah,
us.
wanting to reach for life
Yeah,
and share my life.
yeah. So beautiful. So special. So, all right. So now you pulled a card, you selected a card, and I'm going to put it up here. And this is you're actually doing a reading for us. This is what you pulled to share with us today. So here we go. Tell us about.
Yeah, so this is the sanctuary card that I pulled, and it actually is my card, which I think is so synchronistic. And the artwork really is about the journey that we go on inside ourselves. And for me, that journey is about rebirth and blooming. And I think creativity offers that to all of us. So I'll read the card as well. Sanctuary. You are constantly giving birth to yourself. It is a journey for which you never leave home. You nourish and nurture your two hearts, the one holding space for something sacred that's been quietly tucked away, the other exuberantly aching to bloom. Close your eyes. Feel worry and anxiety fall away. You are held, cozy, comforted. This journey you're invited to take has already begun. No matter how far you travel, no matter how many worlds of wonder you are off to see, you are always coming home to yourself because your adventure is within. And its holy ground, its ultimate destination, is your fully expressed life.
Hmm,
And so
absolutely beautiful.
that's a reading and the blessing for
Yeah.
everyone today. And I hope that you can find some way to connect to that.
Yeah, it really feels like a blessing. And so I hope you all can see that, if you have this deck and like you're having your morning coffee and you start the day with that, like it just feels different and like when you take in that kind of energy. So absolutely gorgeous. Congratulations. Uh how do people reach you if they want
My
your deck
cards
card?
are still in the process of everything being put together. They're printed, but I have some special things I want to invite people to take part in. And so I'm going to put a link to the Sacred Creative Circle. And that's a way for you to continue the conversation about sacred creativity. And that little thing that I read that says, "We are the sacred creatives," you'll get a little prayer or a blessing card that you can print out and put in the space where you most go to create.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Rochelle.
Thank you, Rosie.
Amazing, gorgeous. I love it. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
All right. Woo. Okay. Next up, we have Linda Morin. So, Miss Linda, your card deck is Your Story Matters, cards to inspire your memoir writing journey. And that's amazing. So tell us, Linda, why you created this card deck.
So I would first like to say it's actually Lori.
Oh boy.
So I didn't know
Okay,
you
I
were calling
apologize.
me.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It's okay. I answer to any L words.
Yeah. I got two. So that's two for two right now. Great. Okay.
It's a trend. It's a
It's all
trend.
right. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
My grandmother used to
So,
say, call me anything but late for dinner. So just be grateful I
yes.
didn't call you that.
Yes. So I created this because I am a writer and a writing coach, and I've connected with writers who want to write their memoirs in various ways. But I've discovered that, like you said, when you have a whole long lesson, a whole long course, it's so easy to just drop off, to not complete something. And somebody invited me to join your course. And I thought this could be a really great way to keep people engaged. So if you just draw a card every day and do one little thing on your memoir, maybe you can keep the momentum going. So it's kind of an educational slash inspirational deck for writers.
Yeah, that's beautiful because it's so many times we just are like, okay, I don't really know my next step, but we just stop ourselves, right? You probably see that all the time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But this is amazing. So you kind of told us, if is it for anyone that wants to write, or who would be able to use this deck?
It's for anyone who wants to write personal stories. So based on your lived experience, it can be a book, it can be just an essay, a chapter, but anything based on personal experience.
Nice, beautiful. So this is does it solve a problem for people? I mean, you've kind of spoken to a little bit, but just kind of tell us a little more. What would it, besides pulling a card every day, is it taking us on a journey of some sort?
Yes, it is. So it's designed so it can be used a couple of ways. The cards are numbered, so you can follow it through from one to the end, and you have a mini course. But you can also draw a card at random and use it as a writing prompt for the day.
Oh, nice.
And it's also divided into categories. So if you're thinking, I'm really stuck on mindset today, I don't feel like I'm a good writer, I don't know why I'm even doing this, you can pick a mindset card, and maybe that will give you the kind of reframe that you need to keep going.
Oh, I love that. That's really nice. So what was your driving force, your big why for putting this out in the world?
Well, it's the same as my big why for teaching writing memoir. I really think that the way the world is right now, we need people's stories more than ever. That it's a way that we connect with one another, and that when we get to know people on that kind of personal level, a lot of the other stuff falls away, and we develop more compassion and understanding and hopefully more peace.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's really nice. All right, so you picked a card for us, and you're going to kind of tell us what
Yes.
this card is and do a reading for us to show us like what would happen if we were to use your deck.
Yes. So this is one of my favorite cards in the deck because I think it applies to life as much as it does to writing. And it says, be your own Shiro. In my world, a Shiro is somebody who is the main character in their own story. So if you think about your life, you know how a lot of times us as women play supporting roles, and then we wake up one day and say, I've been living everybody else's lives. What about mine? I think the same thing is true when you sit down to write. So this card is about embracing yourself as the main character in your own story. And it says that in a memoir, you're the hero everyone is rooting for. Readers don't want a protagonist who's perfect. They want to read about someone they can identify with. Show up on the page as the real you, warts and all. Your readers will love your vulnerability.
Mm, beautiful. And do you have cards in there that talk people out of their head when they're like, oh, who wants to hear my story kind of a deal?
Yes, I do. I have cards about not being good enough, not being a writer, not knowing where to start, all of that, all the mindset stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how would people reach you if they wanted to get this deck or learn, maybe create their memoir with you? How do they reach you? You can
The best way to reach me is probably on my website, which I can put in the chat.
Perfect.
The cards. I have one deck in my hot little hand.
Why don't you
spread it all their cards yet?
Show
Okay.
us.
If you can see it.
Woohoo!
My cards.
I love that. I love that they're numbered like that. I think that's like right at the bottom of the book. Like that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Empty page to write on.
And for everybody to know, Rosie was such a huge help in designing these cards because I am not a designer, but I did it all in Canva, and she went in and just tweaked a few things for me that made a huge difference. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, my pleasure. It looks great. Really good. Great job. Congratulations. This is like
Thank you.
Something very beautiful and valuable to be out there in the world to really help people, like you said, to, tell their story and leave their legacy and all of that. Amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Now, everybody now understanding a little more about how amazing cards can be. All right. So now we have, her real name is Linda. Miss Linda. And this is not Linda's first rodeo. She has done a deck before, but this one truly, when I saw your finished product, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just really super special. Alchemy of Belief, transforming the stories that limit us, which kind of seems to be like the thing for tonight, right? It's like we're always working in our limiting stuff, and you're all here to remind everybody that not to do that. So why, Linda, did you create this second deck?
I'm always thinking of ways to help the people that I work with, to provide value for them in between sessions to do on their own. And I realized that there was a gap in this. And this was one of the biggest transformational things for me in my journey, was recognizing the stories that I told myself may not actually be true. And it was coming from beliefs that I had created, so that the lens that I saw the world in was a certain way. And so all of these are great, but you can evaluate, wait, do I really think that way? I do. Oh my goodness, that changes everything. If I can change how I perceive myself, how I perceive others from the stories.
Wow. And so who is this deck for?
It's for anybody who wants to go deeper and really look into what is their driving force behind them, what unconscious things are running and creating the same experiences over and over. And you're like, why does this always happen to me?
Wow. And what was your driving force? Because I hope it's okay if I tell everyone, in the beginning, if you're creating the decks, you were like, I'm kind of stuck. I feel behind. Now I have to go away. And, I feel behind. And then it's like all of a sudden it was like, boom, boom. So tell us, what was that driving force that you did not quit? You kept on going, and then you created this gorgeous thing.
I have a lot of content and I thought I wanted to go one direction, and then one day it just clicked in, and it's like, no, pull this other content in and do it this way. So the artwork is my own, and those little mandalas have special meaning and color, and they're medicine in and of themselves. So it's not just decoration. And so I was able to pull that in because I was going through those mandalas and went, oh, this would be a good entry in. So the front is actually working on your subconscious, just looking at that front card before you even start going through the process.
Yeah, I mean the color combo is just so delicious and yummy. I love it. So you have your deck is a little different than what we've seen because this is a digital version of the deck. And people might say, oh, a digital version is like a PDF or a download, but no, it's something that you can view on your phone. And Linda took really amazing advantage of the fact that it can also have many faces. So you're going to do a reading for us. And this is actually one card, front and back and back and back and back.
Yeah.
So there's 5 sides. There's actually another side too, but we'll go through this. So show us, take us through this reading.
Yeah, this is why I love the digital version, because there's so much in there. So you would draw a card, and this one I chose. So the distortion in the belief would be there's only one right way to do things. And if I'm having a problem,
you chose
I
that
can
font.
look at that.
You chose that font that's kind of like a little unstable looking, distorted, right? Which
School,
there's like a
school
meaning
age,
to
first
everything.
grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking. So the fonts are kind of shifting as you contemplate this. And in Deckable, there is a journal portion, so you can journal on this. Then I lead you into curiosity. So what if there were many beautiful ways to reach my goals? That's another thing to contemplate. And then I have an invocation to a higher power. Help me release this false need for rigidity. And then it brings you to your affirmation statement of wholeness. I am open to creative paths and divine timing.
So gorgeous. And I just love that, your eyes kind of go like around to see like, it's almost like a dance, it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then there's another side to the card, which I'm going to, whoops, nope. Here we go. Everybody listen.
This is a feature that I love the most.
Breath and let your shoulders relax and allow yourself to open to freedom and movement. Notice how rigidity has weighed on you, bringing fear of mistakes, and see how it restricted your choices and narrowed your vision. Recognize now that life offers many ways forward, all rich with learning. So let's call upon divine support and ask, help me release this false need for rigidity. Remind me that life is expansive with many possibilities. Guide me to trust my freedom to choose the path that aligns with my soul. Now ask yourself, do I allow myself to release the pressure of the one right way? Do I allow myself to explore and choose what resonates with my heart? Take a pause and deeply breathe. Now let's affirm aloud, yes, I give myself permission to be free. And let's gently say out loud, I forgive myself for believing there is only one right way. And breathe. I release the belief that I must follow a single rigid path to be safe or successful. And breathe. I let go of the illusion that life is limited to one thin option. And breathe. Feel openness expand in your body. Your mind clears and your heart welcomes possibility. Say softly, many paths are open to me. I trust the flow of my soul. Now let's anchor in this truth. I am free. And breathe. There are many ways to live, love, and succeed. And breathe. I trust the path that aligns with my truth and my heart. And breathe. Take a final deep breath. And when you are ready, gently return, flowing freely into your life.
That is a talking card. Gorgeous.
I love that. That aspect and the journaling aspect gives so much value to this, and it can be on your phone so that if you're in a situation, you're at work, something happens, you're upset, you can go out and listen to something to kind of calm you down.
Yeah.
Because it's
Your
with you.
voice. And so it's just another way to, be in your client's presence when you're not really there, but they can hear your voice. And beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous job. I love it so much. Now you had one other piece to this, which was the YouTube video. Now, does that go with the deck? What was that you had done?
Oh, I have a bunch of YouTube videos. I think
okay. I thought
there's one. Yeah, this is the gift for that. It's a song that I wrote in this process.
Okay, so I'm going to share just a little because it's a 4-minute thing. But is this something that you're giving away tonight, or people can go?
Yeah, it gives. I can. If you buy the deck, but I can give it away too.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just, let people know how they could get it.
It's free on my YouTube station. You just may not have the link. So I'll give you the link to that.
Perfect. So I'll let you. So this is something that you wrote. Okay. So I'm sure everyone would love to hear this. We'll just do a couple seconds in and you'll kind of hear it. I thought it was gorgeous. Oh, whoops. No. Oh, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. Hold on. No, we don't want that either. Okay. Well, this is what happens when, all right, I'm going to come back to that. We'll save that and we'll do that at the end as a kind of like closing it all up. All right. This is when you stop sharing in your screen, you got to go all the way back in and everything. So sorry about that, guys. But is everyone starting to see just how amazing, like how you can do anything that you can do anything. There we go. Okay. All right. Next up, okay, sharing again. We have Miss Frankie, the Reverend Frankie Timmers. And I did remember, I got this right. I did not capitalize your name.
Yay!
So I got that right. And Frankie's deck is this beautiful soul exploration, your healing journey for deeper freedom. So this is what her deck looks like, all spread out. And these are all Frankie's original drawings, which are amazing. And so, Frankie, why did you create your deck?
Oh, it's a long story, but the short part of it is I re-inspired in March, my word for retirement. And I had taken your course, Rosie, which was fabulous. You inspired me on Facebook. I saw you on Facebook and I saw what you were doing with the cards. And a complete download happened. The whole idea exploded in my mind. And it had to do with my spiritual foundation, which is Science of Mind. And when I first came into the Science of Mind philosophy, I heard this idea that life is, this is very simplistic, right? But that life is divided in four areas: health, expression, abundance, love, which happens to spell.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, and then there's four ways to express that: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And when I saw that grid in my mind, I was like, it just shifted everything for me, because I would overthink everything and just,
Mm.
it was just too much in my mind. It just made it very, very simple for me. So that's the part that I saw for the cards. And then I reached out to you and took the course, but I got very, very stuck on Canva. Canva and I have a love-hate relationship. And when I reached out to you to say, help, and I had the idea of one piece of art on the back and just text on the front or whatever, both front to back. And you helped me. I asked for your help and you helped me and took all my art that I'm kind of shy
I
and
said, woman, you're an artist. No, you're going to share all of it.
I'm not an artist. I've been taking classes, and you're like, your art's beautiful. I'm like, okay. And there are even a few cards like the mushrooms that I don't like. And you're like, I'm going to be humble. I'm just going to leave them. And the ones that I don't like, they belong in there too. And so I got so excited that I already have 4 ideas for 4 more decks.
That's
And
what happens. That I warned you.
I know
It's like a serial thing that takes over, right? Yeah.
it does.
So
Yes.
who's this
So,
for, Frankie? Who's the deck for?
well, it's very similar to what Linda was saying. It's really for anyone that wants to dive a little bit deeper or a lot deeper, where they get to kind of look at their life and say, there's an area in my life that's not quite working, and that's never separate from anything else. It's just that that particular area is the portal to our awakening. And so people can pick just one card, or they can do 3 cards because they come in 3. So, for example, physical health has the principle, the purpose, and the practice. So they can do the 3. You can do it with a friend, you can do it with journaling, you can do it with meditation. So it's really for anybody that says, you know what, I want to take full ownership for my entire experience. And I'm willing to look at some of the areas in my life that aren't working the way I want them to, because I know it's based on a limiting belief.
Mm, nice, nice, nice. What was your driving force for bringing this deck?
I would say simplicity, because I think that the spiritual journey, we complicate it and we think it's a lot of work because we're supposed to arrive somewhere else, and it's just
Mhm.
not about just being in the experience of life. And I think there are simple ways. That doesn't mean they're not challenging or painful, but I think there's simple ways to explore. And so, because I retired, re-inspired, I wanted to create something simple, because I never wanted to write a book. That's not my thing. I don't want to write a book. I'm not a writer, although I'm interested in Laura's deck.
Yes.
And it's like I wanted, and because I retired, I just had so much creative energy that I just wanted to create something, because I still want to serve in some way, shape, or form as I'm retired, because I
Yeah.
have much experience and so much light and so much healing I've experienced. Even listening to Rochelle, oh my gosh, soul sister, also cancer journey that I went through, that's similar. Cancer card deck I have in my mind, But anyway, so it's really about that. It's about a deeper connection and just a simpler way to explore our own life experience.
Beautiful. So you have a card that you chose to read for us. So let me pull that up, and here we go. So tell
Yes.
us about
So yeah, and this is from the section of the deck that's spiritual health. And it's the practice, and it says, remember your true foundation. It's your home base. Come home to your true self often. It's where you go to remember and to restore. And the reason that I picked that card is because I truly believe, bringing it back to simplicity, that there's only two things happening in our lives, especially our spiritual, mental, emotional life. And that is, we either remember the very truth of our being or we forget it. That's it. There's nothing else. The ego loves to complicate it with everything
Mhm.
else, right? And so this is about remembering. And that's the only thing we're asked to do. We're here to remember we're spiritual beings. We have a soul, not that we are a soul, we have a soul. And we're here to express that. And jeepers, I was going to say shit. Jeepers, we forget all the time, right? Forget, forget, forget. Even during this Zoom, I forgot a few times.
Mm,
So it's about remembering.
yeah,
And that little
wow,
octopus, that was one of my art classes that I took.
beautiful. I love it. I love it. So good. So, how can people reach you, Frankie, if they want to get this deck or they want to get a reading or whatever you're doing? How can people reach you?
Right now, it's just my email. And because I don't have a website yet, that will happen at some point. So I'll put my email in here and people are welcome to email me.
Because you're doing something also special with these decks for weddings and things, right? When you're administering vows and all of that stuff.
Well, yeah, I kind of have a ceremonies deck in mind, but I'm
Oh,
not
that's one
using.
of your other decks. Awesome. I love
Yeah,
it.
so I'm just more thinking about working in counseling sessions and in group settings and in workshops. Right now, I'm doing monthly Zooms. Anybody that has purchased a deck, we do a free Zoom once a month with the cards. And
Nice.
that's where I'm so far. I'm letting it bubble up
Yeah.
and come as it comes.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Thank you to you. Thanks to you, because you really are the queen of card decks. You inspired me every time I got frustrated or got stuck. And then when you said, hey, I'll help you finish them, that was just, and it came out so beautiful. I'm so happy with them.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Great job. Amazing. All right. We have our last but not least person. Whoops. We're going to come back to that. Miss Sonia. Thank you so much, Frankie.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for coming all the way from Australia to tell us about your deck and share your free from panic attacks and anxiety P3 formula.
Yeah. Uh, the the deck, I love decks, so I think I've got about 50 different card decks, and I've been working as a therapist one-on-one for 20 odd years, and it seemed pertinent, relevant that I distill some of that experience into the card deck. So I've wanted to do my own for years, but I really wanted to do a series. So this is really the first of a series, and it's a standalone deck, but also complements a 6-week program of 1 hour a week that I'm also launching at the same time. So it's about just over a week away from being published, maybe a bit more. And the whole theme of this deck is to help parents and carers of children who suffer from anxiety and panic attacks. So it's an area of speciality of mine, but it's not just for the children themselves. It's for our own inner child. And I know a lot of parents and carers who have, and educators who have children, who work with children, can, particularly the parents and carers, can sometimes with an anxious child wonder, how did I contribute to this? And might have elements of guilt. So this is also for them, because it's just filled with rhymes, and the rhythmic rhymes, and the rhythm is a very important element to it, because rhythm is all about safety. And in the first 21 days after conception, from conception, in the first 21 days, we don't have our own heart, and we're relying on our mother's heartbeat. And that's such a strong beat that it's like imprinted in us, and it signifies safety.
That's
allows
beautiful.
the cells to thrive.
So Sonia, who is this? Well, this deck is for either parents to work with their children,
Parents, carers,
to work
educators.
for them.
But having said that, I did last week have someone ask me what I was been up to. A 30-year-old young man, and I wouldn't have said young when I was 30, but he is young to me now. Anyway, he said, "Tell me about it," and I mentioned it to him. And he said, "Oh, wonderful, sign me up." And I thought, wow, okay, you don't have children. So it's really for anyone that also recognizes that they've got a hurt child, and their own inner child that needs working on, healing, let's put it that way.
Beautiful.
So yeah, there's actually 13 tools within there. When I say tools, that's the PF3, panic-free formula, fun formula.
Because
It's
you
all
took a
done
very
lightly.
big concept,
Yeah.
Sonia, and had
Yeah.
to, which, that was a challenge to get that to come down to like where it can be just really clear and be used as a tool. So I'd love for
Yes,
you, you're also going to be doing your deck digital. So we have a beautiful audio that goes with this, but let's share the card that you picked for us today and show us how a reading goes.
Okay, I'll so the back cover is the faces of fear, and it's a way to allow us and the child to recognize and normalize the different phases of fear, so that it's okay, to feel that way. And just using creatures, and the creatures that I've used, you can see there. So I'll read it out, the rhythmic rhyme, in the fashion that it's meant to be read out,
Okay.
as rhythm is soothing. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah. So when snakes panic, they will attack. Frightened snails will always pull back into their shell, feeling safe once more, while snakes fight back when insecure. The skunk, when frightened, stomps the ground when hearing any unknown sound, though some skunks freeze on the spot. Skylarks take flight and sing a lot. So it's really allowing reframing, the powerful reframes, which is one of the tools within the PF3 formula.
And these kind of things are downloaded to you, these all of your poems and things like that.
Yeah, all the the rhythmic rhyming verses.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna
And there's little videos and audios throughout.
Yeah. So again, she has two faces to a card, but she also has the audio.
Panic, they will attack. Frightened snails will always pull back into their shell, feeling safe once more, whilst snakes fight back when insecure. The skunk, when frightened, stomps the ground when hearing any unknown sound. Though some may freeze on the spot, skylarks take flight and sing a lot.
I love how the creatures pop in. So great. So imagine again, you have Sonia in your pocket and you just, you hear that you kind of have to like ground yourself a little bit, right? Because that's to stop you from rushing and really calm you down. It's amazing. So Sonia, I have the final question for you before you tell us how people can reach you. But what was the driving force to bring this deck forward and really get it done? Because you hit things along the way too, like we talked about everyone hitting something, but what was that brought you to the finish line here?
What brought me to the finish line? You.
Well,
I to the finisher. Yeah, you'd be very supportive. And that's key. But the motivation to really um, help shift the world, because I've been doing it one-on-one but not online. So it's a beautiful way to convey the work for people to do the work, the child and adult to do the work. Just a standalone product because it's bite-sized chunks of information, so it's easily manageable. So they can do it over 6 weeks and then continue using it. So there's a bit of this structure to it. 6 weeks and through a colourful journey, a different colour each week of the rainbow. Yeah, so it's more
very
support.
colorful, beautiful, colorful. Yeah, well done. Really nice. You did a great job because it was quite the process of taking very intense work and putting it down where people could, have that one bite and do that one thing. So great job. Now, where you're going to let it share in the chat where people can reach you or find out more about the deck or getting.
I've just been attempting to copy and paste the JPEG of the QR code, but it doesn't seem to want to. So if anyone suggests to me how to do that, because I've clicked on file and it does, your computer is grayed out. So I'm not sure about
you can't can you just put the URL in instead of the
Sorry?
Can you just put the URL in the chat instead of the QR code? Whatever the QR code.
Okay, that's a way to do it. One second.
And then people or you can put your email and then people can reach out to you and you can give it to them that way if you want.
Okay, it's the free gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think what we'll do is we will listen to the beautiful song that Linda wrote to kind of close up a little. Let's see if we could get there by click. No, why not? Wah!
There it is. Whoops.
Is it inside here? Yes. I thought it would bring me right to YouTube. Or you can put it in the chat if this doesn't work, Linda. Oh, where is it?
There you go.
Divine source of love and healing, we gather in your light today. If you've come here lost or weary, may your heart find hope and stay. Feel the comfort, feel the kindness, feel your burdens melt away. And you are not broken, you are becoming. Give way to may the pain held in silence be transformed to strength and grace. May the longing deep inside you rise and lift the human race, pure of heart and soul.
Very gorgeous, Miss Linda. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And you're going to share in the chat so people can listen to the whole thing if they like. That's very beautiful. And
Thank you. Yeah, I shared it in the chat, but I also shared the playlist because I have 27 other
oh,
songs.
wow, okay, that's
So,
amazing. All right, so everyone walked away with all these gifts tonight, and the beauty that you all shared. And I hope that you really can see what each one of these ladies put into, like, the love and the attention and the intention and the energy that went into, creating these beautiful teaching tools that will, that are changing people's lives. So follow them, get their decks, whatever, you're drawn to do. And I also have some raffles where I'll be giving away some card decks. So let's see how we're going to do this. Anyone have any ideas? Anybody have a spinning wheel? No, I know they have them, but I never hooked myself up with that. So let's do this. Who's got, what's today? Today's October 28. So who's got a birthday coming up in the next week? Put it in the chat if your birthday is in the next week, in the first week in November or the second week in November. So when you put your website in, someone's looking for it.
I don't have the website, so I've
put
just
your
put
email.
the
Put your email.
I put my email and the link and the link to the free gift, which is
Okay, so she might have missed it,
yeah.
so put it in again this way. Everyone put their things
Put it in
chat,
again, okay.
so people can grab the chat and then follow up with whoever needs to. Some people are giving away a conversation, or so whatever you're, take advantage of all this beautiful stuff for shifting and, digging deeper and all of that stuff. All right, come on. Who wants to win a card deck? Nobody has a birthday in November? Anybody? Well, February, December 3rd. Who else? Who's got one in no one has a birthday in November? Wow. Okay. Anyone else have a birthday in December?
I do. Sally on the 18th.
Okay, Sally. So we have Tara and Sally. So I'm going to put here's what you're going to do, you two ladies, is just email me your email. Email me and tell me, you won. And then I will send you. Okay. Then we have a January. Who's in January here? Anybody in January? Nobody? Wow. All right. So then we're going to go to Janelle. Janelle, am I saying that right? Janelle, well, because I might as well get one more wrong.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So please email me. You see my email. So we got
Yes.
Tara, Sally, Janelle. You three guys will get a deck from me. So just please contact me by email and
Thank you.
won, and then I'll get your address and be sending it to you.
Awesome sauce.
All right.
Thanks,
Woohoo. All right. Trisha, is your birthday in October, Trisha? Oh, okay. You put October or September. Is it September? Okay. All right. Anybody else have a birthday in October that we just missed? Nobody? I do have to get myself one of those digital spinning wheels, because it'd just be way more fun to like pick it that way. And Julie, you had a question about the next class will be in January. Okay. All right. Everybody have what they need. Make sure you save the chat so you can contact whoever you'd like to contact. And I hope you all enjoyed this beautiful presentation from these beautiful people I've
I
worked
love you.
hard to bring it to you.
Great. Thank
All right.
you.
Woohoo.
Thank
All
you
right,
so much,
everybody.
Thank
Rosie.
you.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Right.
Rosie Batista.